Hey everybody, this is Dallas Doan here, and today we're going to do part 2 of this axe. And so while I was processing the video yesterday, I saw something with my asset. I realized that I still had a bunch of errors in it. So this is going to be part 2 of me cleaning up the asset and getting it ready for Zbrush. I had thought I had finished, but no, I'm not. And honestly, the real test is putting it into Zbrush, because Zbrush will complain right away when an asset is not compatible. It'll say, hey, you have a bunch of n-gons or 5-sided polys. You need to go and triangulate and clean up your asset before you can actually import it in. So let's focus today on finishing this up. So this is part 2. And for me, I went in and I actually took screenshots of all of the issues, right? So I use this software called Greenshot. I use this at work as well, and it's really handy just to kind of quickly take screenshots. You can write notes on it, you can number things, and I do this for all my notes as well when I'm learning something new at work. I'll write it down usually on like a quick notepad at work, and then I'll type it into, I use Evernote. I also use Google Keep for like more personal, just kind of like quick notes. But for my professional and for my like more heavy-handed, detailed notes, I go and I use Evernote. So let's get this started. So right away, I'm gonna go with this one here. Give me 1 second here. Yep. So, and I also realized that I say so a lot. I need to break that habit. Which is going to be very hard to do, FYI. Alright, as we can see, there's a lot of polygons here that are kind of like jumbled together. So that's the first thing that I have to fix, right? And for some of you, you might realize that you might realize that my clicking is not going to be as crazy today, and that's because today I am actually on my tablet, or I'm using my Wacom tablet. At home I use my Bamboo, which is just a little small one. At work I use my personal one that I've had since college, and that one is the Inchos 2. Wacom Inchos 2. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's how I've been pronouncing it my whole life, so that's how I'm going to continue pronouncing it. I've had that one for so long that I am just so used to how it feels at this point. And I'm really stubborn. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I have something that I've purchased and it's not broken, I probably won't buy. So even if it's newer, I probably won't buy the latest and greatest until it's broken. That's just a habit that I've had for a very, very long time, and I try and I keep that habit because I think that it's a decent habit to have. Unless it's like, oh, okay, PlayStation or something like that, right? Like when it comes to something that if you want the newest thing and that's all, and you can only have it new, then yeah, sure. But if I already have something like my Inchos 2, which I bought when I was back in college, which is what, 9 years or something like that, yeah, until that breaks, and I'm sure it will, or I lose the pen or something like that, I am going to keep it. And some of you might be wondering, okay, do you recommend having a pen or using a pen? I'll be honest with you guys, I've been in the industry for so long, and it's only now that I'm starting to use the Wacom pen in Maya. I've tried for many years, like I tried many years before, just couldn't get the hang of it, but I just really love doing ZBrush in with the tablet. Like I can't ZBrush with a mouse. I know some people do, but I can't. Alright, so back to the task at hand here. If you're noticing, there's just all of these dirty Like, it's just dirty, right? Like, the mesh is just super dirty, so I need to fix this up. And I'm just using simple things like snapping my vertices, selecting the whole vertice, and I'm just merge to center. That's literally all I'm doing. It's nothing fancy. And I'm even debating if I want to time lapse this for you guys, because honestly this is pretty much all I'm going to be doing. And because I'm using the Wacom, and I don't use the Wacom very much or the Wacom that much for modeling, I'm a lot slower as well. So that's another thing as well, right? I've gone so frustrated using the tablet so many times because I just feel slow, right? I feel a lot slower than when I'm using my mouse. If I was trying to find a job and I am working on like an art test or something like that, I would definitely not be using a Wacom tablet. I would be just focusing on just getting the work done, and whatever gives me the best results, the quickest, right? But because for me at home is probably where I should be practicing my Wacom tablet, not at work. Because right now I'm kind of practicing it at work. Not when I'm modeling in Maya, but just with everything else. When I'm browsing the internet and stuff like that, I'm using my mouse, or sorry, I'm using my tablet, just so that I can get the feel for it. And already, like, for the past few days doing that, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the tablet. And I'm pretty sure if I just continue doing it, it'll become second nature to me. So again, okay, all right. So I'm gonna time lapse this part for you guys, so you guys will see the next step after I finish merging all this stuff. All right, so that is good to go. So this one here is done. I believe that's the one. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think that's from the screenshot there. So one thing is done. Let's move on to the next one. So, all right, so it looks like this needs to kind of be adjusted. So I'm just going to move into here, just adjust this a little bit, crash it into the geometry a little bit more. So that's what I'll do. I'll just move the geo around. And like I said, this is going to change, right? Because I'm going to be throwing this into Zbrush. You're going to see that. That's the fun part, is sculpting this low poly in Zbrush. All right. That looks to be fixed now. And yeah, it's just little small things that I need to do. And like, look at that one. Like, that one's tiny, right? And again, it's really, you like looking at your assets with a really close eye is so important. The reason why this is acting up, because it has a weird face on it, right? It's got a weird face on it. So what do I want to do here? So either I just merge this all, so I might have to merge that, like I might have to do it the other way actually. I'll merge that there, merge, and then I might even have to merge. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll just merge all the vertices, keep it all nice and tight. And what I'll do here is I'll go to vertices, move this vertice closer, and that should solve that problem. There we go. So that's done. Next up is this chain. Didn't even notice this until I looked a lot closer at my asset. Gonna get rid of this edge right in the middle. Oh my god, I'm so bad when it comes to accuracy with this pen. There we go. Not collapse edges. I need to delete edge. There we go. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this one, collapse it. There you go. Look at that. Beauty. So for a lot of new artists, like, the collapse tool is pretty amazing. And if you don't know what the collapse tool is, definitely take a look at it, because it really helps out. I mean, when I do an optimization video or something like that, maybe I'll show you the collapse tool, because it's pretty handy to use when you're trying to optimize and clean up assets and stuff like that. I just realized that while I'm doing this, I have my webcam on, which is an oopsies. That was not intentional. Did not want that, actually. Alright. And I have a feeling that's the same one. It looks like the same one. Yeah, so it looks like that's pretty much the cleaned up part of the tutorial. Now I need to split up the asset into its pieces, into like pieces that I want. For example, the horns. I don't like the horns. Do I want this already mirrored? Doesn't really matter, I don't think. So for example, I don't want, let's see. So we have, this axe would be not very comfortable to hold when you think about it, right? It just has a cool design, right? Makes no sense though when you think about it. You hold this here, you know. Let's not get into it. That's a totally different tangent. So let's see here. So the teeth, I'm gonna definitely separate on its own. Now this is my problem with the tablet, is you have to be so soft when you're selecting things. Okay, so teeth I'm going to combine these into teeth. And I mean, like, first off, I just want to preface by saying, like, you don't have to do this way. A lot of people like to do subtools within ZBrush. Like, they'll do this separating part in ZBrush. But actually, before I do this, I need to show you guys something that's very handy and a very, very good tool. Okay, it's called the cleanup tool. So you'll go to mesh here, go to cleanup, and I'm going to go select polygons because I just want them to select it. Faces with more than 4 sides, because first off, ZBrush, that's a big no-no. It won't even let you do it. And then non-manifold geometry, you don't want that either. So I'm just going to apply that, and it looks like it's found a bunch of things. So it's found some 5-sided polys. See. So this is why this tool is super handy, okay, and definitely worth checking out. So I'm going to take some screenshots again. Alright, I'm going to take some screenshots to kind of remind me that there are some issues here. Oh, what else is there? There are these ones as well. So I don't know why that is having issues. Like, this one's having issues, but this one isn't. They're the exact same. They should be mirrored. If they're not, then I did something wrong. So there we go. And then I think I saw another one down here. So yeah, like I said, oh yeah, it's right there. Look at that 5-sided poly. So very, very handy tool. Okay, worth using. If you really want the easy way out, there's an option in the cleanup that says fix it for you. But what it does is it doesn't allow you, like, you have little control, right, of what's going on. If you do that, like, it'll just automatically triangulate things. So I'm just gonna fix this one up right in front of you guys here. And I need to do this on both sides, or else it's going to complain for both sides. I could just do it on one side and then just mirror it again, right? Like that's an option. But I won't do it that way. What I'll do here, I think, is I will... Okay, see, for this one I will, because to make that exact same cut, it's not going to be very likely. So I'm just going to select that there. Go to this view. Faces. Nope, I want these faces here. Just going to delete that. I think I deleted them all. Yep. And then I'm going to mirror it. There you go. Sweet. Okay, so that's one done, I hope. Kill history. And then there's another one right here on the teeth. So let's check out what's going on here. So the teeth is saying something's going on. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so it's probably this one right here. Yeah, okay. Again, that tool just never fails, man. If you want clean modeling, that's the test. That's the test. Right? So that should be good. This is really ugly. I should be... What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill this hole up. Oh my god, no, don't do this to me. It's so bad. I'm so bad when it comes to using tablet. Go like that. But I have to admit, I feel a lot more comfortable now using the tablet compared to even like a couple days ago. So just because I've been using it a lot more at work. Perseverance, guys. Perseverance. There you go. That should make for better. Okay. And yep. So that should be for that one. I feel like this jaw is just way too... Like, let's look at the reference here. Like, I feel like it's supposed to, it should like thin out, you know, like your chin thins in, like it goes in. So already I'm not liking the design on this, and I might go back and fix it up, because already I'm not too jazzed about it. But let's just continue focusing here first. It looks like I already kind of have that going on, but like I might need to go back, turn on geometry, and like start moving some of these more inwards, you know, because it's like it's supposed to be like your chin. It's supposed to kind of have some of that. Or at least I feel like it should. Alright, and then this way I get to kind of move this in a bit more, because it just doesn't look right. Like, it doesn't look right. And even this is not... So let's go something like that. Maybe move that out a bit more. And again, I might just be nitpicking like crazy, because this again is probably going to change the second I put this into ZBrush. I'm going to start finding new shapes that I like and stuff like that, and start experimenting with. So I probably shouldn't be spending all this time like nitpicking everything. But you want to have a good base. Like already this is not looking the way that I had envisioned it, but hey. Okay, so that should be better now. I did notice that, yeah, like there's all these problems with this asset that I wasn't seeing. Oh, it's because I have symmetry on. It won't let me merge like that. There you go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's one down. Just 2 more to go. So this is the horns in the back. Turn this off. So let me see here. I'm just gonna. So it's saying that there is something going on here. Yep, it is absolutely correct. I have a polygon or a vertex here that's just kind of sitting there, chilling out, doing its thing. Not good. And then it also says that there's something going on over here as well. Okay, I might have to go back and do the tool again to see what that is. Okay, now this is definitely a problem. So what we'll do is we will merge. Actually, I can probably select all 3 of these and just merge them. There we go. Okay, so that's good. And then that one is an easy one, I think. It just needs another loop, right? So what I'll do is I'll just go like this, 50%, 50%, 50%, circle. Oh, no, you don't want that. And then close. No. Just want to close it. Just want to close it. There you go. Done. Okay, so now if I do, so I'm just going to select everything, kill history, go back and do the cleanup again, mesh cleanup. See, so if you just wanted to automatically clean up because you don't care how it triangulates things, then you click that one. But for me, I just want it selected so I can see it. And it looks like there's still some more stuff. So let's see here. So there's some more stuff here that doesn't like. So I'm going to take some more screenshots. So there's one here. And there's another one. So there's some issues. It looks like here. The horns don't have issues anymore. So there we go. And again, like I'm nitpicking right now because this is going into Zbrush. If this, or I mean, one, honestly, because I'm doing a lesson, so I want to do this properly, show you guys how to do this properly. If I was probably doing this on my own, I probably wouldn't care, to be honest, just because first off, this is like a fun kind of project, and it's gonna change, right? Once I put this into Zbrush, it's gonna be different. What is this? Is okay. I'm just gonna. So this is gonna go here. Kill that there. There's just a vertex just hanging out there. So that makes sense why that was having issues. So that's down one. There's 2 more in here somewhere. I believe it's the first. This one it says that there's an issue here. Now where's the issue? It's saying that there. Okay, there it is. There's just a lot. 3 vertices just hanging out. And I think I'm just gonna name this video how to use the cleanup tool, because yeah, That would be a very good video. I think anyways, for people to kind of learn. Okay, and yeah, so that's what's going on here. There's a 5-sided there. So let's just close this up. Or let's just move that there. Merge vertex. Oh. Merge vertice. And this one's probably going to do the same thing. Merge vertice. And I think that should be it. Let me just quickly check. Okay, so let's select this again. Moment of truth. Mesh. Clean up. Apply. Still having issues here. Okay, where are the issues? So there's something going on here. So let's find out what's going on. It's not liking something. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a 5. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. There's just a vertice just hanging out there. How about this one? This one has 2 vertices. Okay, there we go. Mystery solved. It's like problem solving. There you go. Now, voila. No, wait, hold on. There's still an issue here. Okay. Looks like it might be this one. Let's try. Yeah, okay, so it's this one right here. It's not liking something. Something is awry here. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? The vertices all look good. So what could be the problem? Is there there might be a face inside here. No, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Maybe it just doesn't like having this like that, maybe. Okay, well, let's see if it... Okay, I'm gonna say clean up this time, okay? I don't think it did anything. I don't even know what it did. But apparently now it's clean. I didn't even see what it did to that asset. But now, if I go to mesh again, sorry, I closed it. Apply. Nothing's being selected, which means that's good to go. So now the asset is clean, it's good. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is finally getting everything broken up into the different pieces for Zbrush. I'm going to get rid of all of this green room stuff, or green screen, or green shot. So teeth combined together. I'm going to combine the teeth and the horns, actually. The horns and teeth together. And I'll do the neck as well, I guess. I can do that as well. Yeah. Should I? That's it. I mean, what I can do is I can just select all this, throw it into ZBrush and break it out separately, but no, I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb. Okay, so this is part. Let's do this one there and that one. And that. Okay, I'm just breaking them into parts right now. So this is gonna be combined. Some people like to break it up into different materials, like if it's a metal material, it'll be in its own material group, stuff like that. For me, I'm just trying to think of like, how am I gonna break this up for when I'm baking? So that's one piece, which is awesome. As for this one, I might need to turn on symmetry. Bring this out a bit more. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of doing some more cleanup work. Just moving some verts around just to kind of make it look good. Kind of make it make more sense here. Trying to really sell that silhouette a bit more. There you go. Right, so you can just kind of see more of it. And this will help out a lot too when you're in ZBrush. And one more. One more. Again, nothing too fancy, guys. Just getting this all done. Here we go. And I think that is pretty close to being finished here. There you go. Okay. So I have two options here. I don't know if I want to have these all the same piece. A part of me says yes, a part of me says no. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough. Okay, let me just experiment with this here a little bit. Let me experiment with this a little bit. I feel like, okay, the chains should definitely be separate for sure. Okay, so hold on, I'm just gonna separate this out here. Okay, the chain should be separate, so let's do that. Okay, that should be separate. Done. There you go. This is the chain. Alright. So, I mean, like I said, there's multiple ways to do this. I'm going to do it this way. Blade, teeth. Blade and teeth. What do I want to do with the blade and teeth? Or blade and tongue. Let's do that. Let's combine the blade and tongue together. YOLO. Okay. Okay, the neck. Or the handle. Let's call this the handle. And before I should have, okay, before I did this, I probably should have duplicated this whole thing, to be honest with you, okay? So what I'm going to do after this is I'm just going to separate it all again. But for now, I'm just going to duplicate it. Okay, so this is the handle. So we have handle, we have blade, we have part one still all together. Let's call this teeth and neck. Let's call this the head. Combine. What else is in part one? this head, this and the head. Combine this together, these together, get head, remove. What's this one have? This one's got nothing. Delete that group. So now we have our axe. All broken up into pieces. We have chain, we have blade, we have handle, and we have head. And I'm going to move like that. Okay, so now we have it separated into pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually duplicate this. I'm going to call it OG, which means original gangster. But for me, it's just a way for me to know that this is the original. And I'm going to separate it. Sorry. Separate it. Just like that. So that we know that this is what it was originally. Unfortunately, this didn't separate, but whatever. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so this is all separated now. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I can just separate. I can just do. I can essentially do that anyways, regardless. Okay, so sorry guys, the episode kind of went a little bit long here. This asset now is ready to be thrown into ZBrush. I'll show you guys that process in the next video. All right, take it easy, guys.